Okay guys, welcome to the next section, which is finding news channels. Now, this might seem obvious, but I think we should still go through it just to make sure that everyone understands the entire process. Now, before you start, I want you to make sure that your Google account is ready. You've got it set up, you're using a VPS server, which I would recommend, or a proxy, or whatever you're doing to manage your account. And again, if you have an older account, an established account, it's best if you use that. Now, if you already have a Google account or a YouTube account, it's very easy to create a channel. And that's mainly what you're going to be focusing on is channel. You'll see that used a lot. And all that really is your YouTube identity. A single YouTube account or a Google account can have multiple channels under that same account for different reasons. And if you already have an account, you can just go here to youtube.com/channel_switcher, or just search for YouTube channel switcher, and here you can manage your different YouTube channels. Now this is a fresh account, so nothing's been done on it, but as you can see, I can create a new channel or I can use my existing channels. For the demonstrations of this video, I'm just going to use the channel as Supplement Insider. But of course you'll want to use your channel. And what you want to do if you have an existing YouTube account, it's advisable that you use that. And that's simply how you do it. You just create a new channel with whatever identification, with whatever profile you want, and you can begin using it. So it's a pretty easy process, very simple. And remember, you don't want to cross-link your accounts. You want to keep everything separated. If you have multiple channels, I wouldn't suggest using this method with all of them. Maybe with one or two, but that's it. And two is the maximum. You don't want to, start drawing a bunch of footprints or giving anything for Google to trace you back. So, if you're going to use this with multiple accounts or multiple channels, don't go more than 2 per account. But even then, I'd like you to stick with just one channel focused on this method. And if you have an existing channel, great, go ahead and use it, because that's going to make the process a lot easier and a lot faster. And remember, I want you to think as NewsRank as PageRank. I'm going to use that a lot in the future, so it's important that you understand when I say NewsRank, I'm talking about Google PageRank for news websites, or for Google News, which is of course is needed to get into the news box. So just keep that in mind. Now, finding YouTube news channels, very easy. The reason you want to do this is because you want to get as close as possible to the news sources. You want to tie your account and make Google think that, this YouTube channel is cited or featured by a lot of other YouTube news channels. It must be a news source also. And that's basically what we're doing with this entire first process, is getting Google to see our channel as a news channel, even though it's not. This is a required process in order to get into the news box. If Google doesn't think your channel is newsworthy, it's not going to get featured in the news channel. Now, some of you might see YouTube videos featured in the news channel that they're not related to any other YouTube news channels. Why does that happen? It's because they get featured on a lot of news websites, or they get featured on one really authoritative news website. If we could get our video listed on the homepage of the New York Times, we'd be set. But we can't do that, so we have to follow this process. And unless you have really unique, amazing, original content on your YouTube channel, you probably won't be featured in the news either, so you're going to have to follow this process. But by following this process, it's enough to trick Google to consider our videos as newsworthy. And to do this, all you have to do is find YouTube channels that are already in Google News. And this is super easy to do. As you'll see, we'll just go here to news.google.com, and we're just going to use the site operator, youtube.com. And you'll notice here that it didn't return YouTube channels or even YouTube sites. It returns a bunch of different news outlets, but that's fine. all we have to do is click through these news stories, and you can see we're right here on YouTube now. And this is the channel of the Wall Street Journal. I'll just pause that. And now all you have to do is comment right here. So you want to make it a relevant comment so that it doesn't get deleted or anything. So this has to do with the FIFA election scandal. I don't know. Do Americans even watch soccer? I don't know what else to put there, but I mean, yeah. And we also want to share this on Google Plus. I don't know if it's related. It's just something I've always done, so it's a good idea to do it that way. And of course, you make sure it's public. You post. It's a relevant comment, and that's it. We're done with that part, right? And all you have to do now is go back through, a couple of these videos and just leave relevant comments that don't get deleted. Again, I didn't post any link to my videos or anything like that. All I did was just post a comment, and that's it. That's all you have to do for this part of the method. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to worry about getting voted as the top comment, or you don't have to build tiers or anything like that. All you want to do is have your channel, which is right here. Remember, my channel is Supplement Insider, now has a link from the Wall Street Journal, from the Wall Street Journal news channel. That's all we want. This is a trusted authority news source, and now we have a link from one of their videos to our channel. That's it. That's all you want to do for the first part of this method. Just leave relevant comments in the videos that don't get deleted, and you're done. That's all there really is to it. It is that simple. Now, there's more to the entire process, but for this first part of finding and commenting on news channels, that's all you have to do. Now, of course, you might be saying, well, YouTube uses JavaScript. It's a JavaScript link. It's not going to count. Here is a super secret SEO trick, and I say that sarcastically. Google does read JavaScript. It has been able to read JavaScript for many years. I know in the past it could not read JavaScript, but now it can. And I know for many years people have been saying that Google doesn't read it. It does. It's been able to read it for well over a year now. Longer than that probably, but a year ago is the last time I tested it. If it reads them, okay? Any type of JavaScript system, whether it's Facebook, Disqus, custom WordPress commenting systems, custom coded JavaScript commenting systems, it reads them all. It can read each and every single one of them. In fact, let me show you something real quick. Search Engine Journal did a study on this. Or maybe it was Search Engine Land. Yeah. Search Engine Land did a test not too long ago, actually just this month, to see how Google reads and executes JavaScript. And it did multiple tests. As you can see here, JavaScript redirects, JavaScript links, dynamically inserted content, meta tags, page elements, and of course, nofollow. And what it found, redirects were followed, JavaScript links were followed, and dynamic content was crawled and indexed. And of course, what we care about, nofollow, what they found is that it depends how the website set it up. If the website set it up so that the nofollow tag was executed before the JavaScript, Google did not follow it. But if the nofollow tag was a part of the JavaScript, as it is in most commenting systems, Google did follow it. The reason is because Google is executing the JavaScript, is reading the JavaScript faster than it can be executed. JavaScript has to, it takes, a millisecond, maybe 2 milliseconds to execute. But since Google is first reading the page source code and executing that internally, the nofollow tag doesn't have enough time to catch up. So, and in the case of YouTube, if you go and you comment on these, you'll see that this link right here doesn't have a nofollow tag. It is a do follow. See? You see the anchor text here, Supplement Insider. Here's the Ahref tag. This is a 100% follow link. Any comment that you make on YouTube is a 100% follow link. So that works great for us, but it also works for other news websites. So that's a little, I guess, secret. It really shouldn't be a secret because Google has been able to do this for at least a year since I last kept track of it. But as you can see, here are all the things that Search Engine Land tested, and Google does read JavaScript. If you want to see another example, of course, the most popular commenting system is Facebook, right? So here's a story I know off the top of my head from TechCrunch, and if you want to see this, just search TechCrunch Weave is free. And of course, TechCrunch utilizes Facebook for its comments. And it'll load here in a second. Now, if you search this comment right here, you see it right there. Google does crawl and index Facebook comments. So wherever you see Facebook being utilized, wherever you see YouTube utilized for comments or Disqus, or even a custom commenting system that many news sites have, rest assured that Google, number one, it can crawl that text. It can crawl those comments. And number two, even if the comment shows as being a nofollow, I don't know. There's no links here, so I can't check. I think officially Facebook adds the nofollow tag to links and comments, but even if it does that, Google is reading the JavaScript faster than it is able to execute it. So even when a news site has nofollow tags on JavaScript comment links, Google sees it as a follow. And again, you can look up that Search Engine Land JavaScript case study that was published in the month of May, and it outlines the entire process there. So when people say that JavaScript links don't count, they do count. They might not supposed to count because the website is adding nofollow, but they're adding them the wrong way, and so Google follows them anyway. And in the case with YouTube comments, your channel link is a 100% follow link, and that's going to help tie our channel directly to a trusted news channel like the Wall Street Journal. Because Google, of course, is going to crawl this video. It's going to have it inside its news index. It's going to go to this page, and then it's going to see a link here to our channel. And it's going to say, Wall Street Journal linking to Supplement Insider. And if you do this with the CNN News channel, it's going to say CNN linking to Supplement Insider, and USA Today linking to Supplement Insider, and Forbes linking to Supplement Insider, and so on and so forth. And that's why we do this part. All you have to do is leave a simple, relevant comment, and that's it for that part of the method. So whenever people tell you that Google doesn't read JavaScript, now you know that that's not the case. And if you don't believe me, if you still don't think that Google reads JavaScript and that it counts those links, go to YouTube, comment on a popular news story, or a popular video with your link, and then just wait a couple of days, or actually use a link indexer service to have that link crawled again, and then search for your link on Google, and you will see that Google has included it. Now, it's important to note that this particular video only has 11 comments. If it had more comments, there would be a little box right here that says show more comments. Google does not index that by default. It only indexes the first 25 or so comments. So you'll want to keep that in mind. With most, in my experience, most news stories or video stories like this one, they don't get a whole lot of comments. So you can just come and comment, and you don't have to worry about your link being bumped down or anything. If you see a video with a lot of comments or that it's getting very popular, what you'll want to do is go right here and click reply. And you'll want to choose somebody up at the top, because they're and just comment under them. Google will index that, so that's one way to do it. But you can just comment here on the main comment thread. Most of these news stories, they don't get a lot of comments anyway, so it's not something to worry about. But that's it for the JavaScript part. And of course, with YouTube, those links are follow, so we don't have to worry about that. But that's basically how the method worked, and it's why, if when we first did the Reddit method, all we had to do was go to a popular news website, paste our link in the comments section of one or two stories, and then just ping those links, and we would get shown in the news box. And what ended up happening is people started guessing, oh, well, I guess I had to blast tens of thousands of links, which is not what they had to do at all. Everybody who had the Reddit method, they were only doing one or two links, and they were doing them by hand, because of course Scrapebox and GSA can't post to news websites. What ended up happening, of course, is since not all news websites use JavaScript, most of them do, but some don't. And when you blast out 10,000 links, 20,000 links, 30,000 links, people got lucky. They accidentally hit a news website, and they accidentally landed in the news box. But like I said, Google has been able to read JavaScript for well over a year, and that's all we were doing. We were going to sites like Washington Post or USA Today, posting our link inside of JavaScript comments, and that was it. We were done, and we were ranking in the news box. And you can try this for yourself if you'd like. I know I'm hammering this a lot, but when people say that Google doesn't crawl JavaScript, they're thinking with an outdated mentality. They're stuck with a 2010 SEO mentality. They're 5 years behind. So that's all I'll say about that. Get some JavaScript links, and it'll all be good. Now, of course, I already showed you how to find news rank channels. You just go to news.google.com and you search for just go to news.google.com, you do site youtube.com, and remember, it's not going to show YouTube right here in the news source. This it's not going to show youtube.com. Sometimes it will, most of the time it won't. It'll show Bloomberg or the Star Online or Engadget, and all you have to do is click through these links and it will take you to the YouTube video, and you just go there and you comment on the videos under the channel, of course, under your channel, and you're done. That's all it takes. Now, when you're doing this, you don't want to drop any links. Not links to your your CPA offer or your website or anything like that. And you're going to want to do at least 5 per day for 30 days or a month. And you're also going to want diversity. You don't want to just go back to the same channel over and over again. You want Google to pick you up from different sources. You want them to see you on Forbes, on the Wall Street Journal, on USA Today, on the New York Times, on Reuters, on local news channels. You want to be everywhere. You want to get a diverse set of backlinks from those YouTube videos. So don't just go for one news source and then comment on their videos. You want to diversify. Get on as many different channels as possible. And the only reason I'm not going to provide you with a pre-made list of channels is because then everybody would go out and they would comment on the same ones. And number one, it'd leave a giant footprint. And number two, everybody's comments would get bumped down eventually. So it's not hard, you guys. I mean, You can have a VA do this for you. It's not going to cost you a lot. You just, I showed you, search on Google News under a site, under the site operator with the domain of youtube.com, and that's it. You just follow through the links, comment on the videos, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Just leave something relevant so that it doesn't get deleted or flagged as spam. Don't drop any links. Don't use any curse words or anything. Just make a relevant comment. The comment I used, do Americans even watch soccer? Might not have been a good comment to use. That'll probably get a couple of downvotes, but you get what I'm saying. You want something relevant, something that's related to the story. Your main focus is to have a link to your YouTube channel under those news stories. That's your main focus. And you just want to diversify as many as possible from as many news sources as possible, because that's going to get you more news rank. And of course, speaking of news rank, generally the more views a video has, the more news rank is flowing through to that video. I don't use view count. I just, grab a list, comment, and that's it. I don't look at the news source. I look at the language, because if it's like a French news source or a Spanish news source and you don't speak Spanish and you don't speak French, your comment's going to be out of place and it might get downvoted. So there's that. But I really don't pay attention to the news source or the story topic. If I agree with or I just try to leave a relevant, neutral comment that's going to stick. That's your only focus right now. That is the only thing you want to do. You don't want to drop links to your videos, to your CPA offers, to nothing. Just a relevant comment, no links. That's it. And it's that simple, you guys. That's all you have to do for now, for this first part of the method. Now, remember that this method is for NewsRank only. If you're going to news.google.com to search for videos that are featured in the news in Google News, that's going to give you NewsRank, and it's going to put you in the news box. In the next video, we're going to go over commenting on authority YouTube channels. Now, these will not help you with NewsRank. These will not help you with getting into the news box. But what they will do is help you rank in the organic search results, the normal results that are part of all web searches. Because remember, you're in the news box, you're going to be there for about 3 to 4 days, maybe 5 days if you're lucky. After that, you're gone. Google News is all about freshness, so it's not going to leave your video there forever. The news box is very, very good at bringing you a lot of traffic and a lot of attention and a lot of backlinks, but it's not good at bringing you residual traffic down the road. But that's what this next part of the video is going to focus on, is is commenting. The same process that we just used for news channels, we're going to use on authority channels, and this is going to give your YouTube news channel more ranking power and more page rank, not news rank, but page rank, so that in the future you'll be able to rank. Your videos will have rankings instead of just for those 3 to 5 days. You'll have a lifetime of rankings. So that's what we're going to do in the next video, and that's what I'm going to show you, and I'm going to introduce you to the software and how it works. So go ahead and watch the next video for details on that.